Alright, so I'm going to do something new in this video. This is me. I'm right there. And this is the first tournament that I've entered other than the Halloween Monday Night Melee in 6 to 8 months or something like that. On account of having no money, because I'm an idiot. This is it, Java Gaming Cafe. Super, super cool place. If anybody in the DFW area needs a place to go on Tuesday nights, then Java Gaming Cafe is a really good place to go. And I'm playing What the Flux right now. So we struck to Yoshi's because I was confident that I could out micro him here, and I asked if he just wanted to go to Yoshi's at the beginning, and he said yes. So here we are. And I kind of want to preface this whole analysis with the idea that what I'm looking for is I'm looking for situations where it looks like I was panicking or it looks like I didn't know what to do. Because I think that panic is the initial reaction when you're faced with the unknown, and the unknown is dangerous. So clearly I didn't know what was happening a lot. And I want to root those situations out and figure out alternatives to doing the silly options like standing there and shielding while you're afraid, or side B'ing, or spamming rolls. So like this side B here is just so... there's just no reason for it. It only covers tech in place and like maybe roll away here. But if he rolls in, then I land in the corner like this. All of this stage is now his to take, because I'm in kind of this lengthy animation, falling animation here. One of the reasons that this move sucks, why side B sucks and I should stop doing it, is because of this kind of situation where if you do miss, it's very bad for you. Very, very bad for you. And I think even if I hit it, he's at such a low percent, I don't think I would have gotten much else off of it. So the risk reward is not in my favor here. I think instead of side B'ing, I should have just continued to reaction tech chase with grabs until he was stuck in the corner, and then, you know, covered his options accordingly. Reading tech's in place at the very beginning of the game is pretty good. I dipped because I thought he would come after me, I think. So tech roll in. Okay, so this is one of those situations that I'm talking about where it's just very clear that I don't know what's happening. Or like, rather I know exactly what's happening, but I don't know the answer to that situation. So, especially against himself because of Falcon's slow aerial startups, Captain Falcon's shield pressure is like pretty decent because he can space his amazing aerials and be ungrabbable to most characters, or all characters depending on the aerial. And but he doesn't have very many options after doing that aerial if he doesn't space it particularly well, or even if he does space it well. Usually if he spaces it really well, he can like dash away or jump again and do another aerial and punish you for trying to grab. But I definitely would have been able to shield grab him here, so he does jabs. And just like as every single character, this is something that you're going to see all the time against every single character. Jabbing after doing an unsafe aerial on shield or something like that, or even a safe aerial on shield, people still jab a lot. And the reason it's bad is because of ASDI down. I think that even at 56%, I would have been able to just let go of my shield and ASDI these down and punish him for jab 2. The reason I would want to punish him for jab 2 is because jab 2 is unsafe. It's very unsafe. It can just get shield grabbed, and it can definitely get ASDI down or crouch cancel grabbed. So I think this is a situation where I shouldn't have been so panicked or like afraid or something, because it's very likely that this is going to happen, right? That this sort of situation is going to happen. I shield again here because I hadn't come up with an option yet, and I choose to roll in. I just think that the perfect option here would have just to been, you know, let him jab me and then just grab him. That kind of stuff shouldn't really work, I don't think. Against someone who's cognizant of it, at least. It shit on me here. So yeah, I get regrabbed. Falcon wobbles himself, whatever. I think I shield here because I think that he's going to hit me. He misspaced. And I expect a jab, so I like angle my shield up a little bit. But I'm expecting the second jab, right? So now I'm a little more cognizant of it. But he chooses to jump away. He chooses to jump, and I kind of know that he wants to do something like this. So I attempt to hit him. But if I really wanted to do this, I needed more drift in. I needed more of the analog jumpedness forward. Because it would have hit him, but it just didn't go far enough. And then I panicked and side B'd because it didn't hit. It was not very smart. I want to wait for my shield to come up. That's why I'm doing that. So I overshoot here because I know that he wants to run away. And he does a pretty good job at like getting away by dashing again upon seeing me moving in. And in this situation I choose to shield. I think that this is just a like I'm afraid and feel comfortable in my little shield moment, which is not good. Obviously shield doesn't beat grab, and if you whiff something near really any melee high tier, the most likely option that they're going to choose to punish it is to grab you. So it's something that I can reasonably expect. So I think what would have been better here is maybe even just standing here and starting to jab, or buffering a roll away. Luckily, he messes up here. I don't think he meant to pivot grab, or like do the weird thing that happened here. I'm not sure what happened actually, now that I think about it. Oh yeah, he tried to pivot grab, and you know, that didn't end up working for him. He probably should have just dash dance grabbed. But yeah, I think that buffering a roll back would have been really good. I think that starting to jab here would have been pretty decent. Starting to jab there is just kind of that option that you choose if you know he doesn't. If he isn't on point and doesn't manage to properly dash dance grab you, it'll catch him, but I'm not so sure about that option. I think buffering a roll back would have been really good. Be very hard for him to punish here if that's what he does, is like dash and grab. And even if it isn't, it would be very difficult for him to punish safely, and I would have center stage. So I think that buffering a roll back after the nair was just a really good idea, and it should be something that I should be more cognizant of. Just for like anybody that I play against, or like anybody that I know, and probably just anybody in general thinking about kind of my level of play in Smash, is you really, I think at the beginning of games you really just shouldn't respect people's invincible options off the ledge, because a lot of people are very bad at them. I just happen to know that Flux likes to try and like move here. If he's going to come up invincibly, he doesn't tend to invincibly attack from the ledge. So I just sort of like put a knee here. I do this against everybody that I know does that, because if they're not super crispy, then they get kneed and die. It's just something really good to keep in mind. I didn't double jump in back air fast enough. That's okay. I had the right idea. Oh, that was a messed up full or short hop. If Falcon like up B's you in these situations, it's especially easy to punish as Falcon, but you can do it as like any character. he will have like a set amount of hang time. He'll have a set distance that he has to travel for this kind of thing. So at really low percents, it won't knock you down, and you'll just land and be actionable. So Falcon can just kind of tank the up B and then short hop knee. Falcon can also tank his own up B here and then wall jump knee, and it's pretty free and dank looking. But yeah, that's why I tried to do this, but I full hopped by accident. I remember being really sad about that. Yeah, again, he really likes to move on, so covering it with an aerial is pretty good. I could have short hopped from the ledge and up aired him here. I might have tried and just ended up doing the normal getup. Dashing to center stage was a good idea, I think, but it was also a little dangerous. Like, what if he ran off and did up air? Or, like, what if he ran off and did back air to, like, cover or something like that? It might have messed me up, but he jumped. But full hopping here was either a mistake or just a really bad idea. I really just shouldn't do this, because now I'm in this awful position and I panic and try to fight my way down. Ooh, weird. I baited him there, but I didn't choose a good knee or a good move. I chose knee instead. Where was it? Yeah. So the reason I held shield here because I wanted him to think that he could attack me. I did instant up air. If I did another up air here, I would have wrecked him for doing this, but I chose like my slowest aerial next to Dare, so wasn't quite correct. His aerial was a little faster, and then I missed the tech. But he doesn't kill me. Yeah, see, I don't know what these side Bs are. I don't even know. I can't come up with a reason why I would do something like that. There's no, like... There's nothing that this covers, right? It's just bad. I react a little late. And that was a sick recovery. I remember that. I think this was kind of another situation where I was just kind of scared for no reason. In this sort of situation, I am not necessarily actionable before he is, but there's not like that much that I think he can really do to me. He could have like immediately dashed forward and grabbed, but that'd be pretty scary and stuff. But shielding here is just not a good idea. Or no, it was a roll. Yeah, it kind of got me locked up. I could have ASDI'd those down and grabbed him. Another panic side B. I think that was just panic. Side B isn't going to... Side B feels like it beats things sometimes, but really what it does is it circumvents them. And it doesn't circumvent them until the actual, like, area sensing hitboxes come out. Which is not really in enough time for me to not get hit by anything that's put here. So this is bad. It's very bad. I needed a second to think there, maybe. Okay. Yeah, he kind of did a rando side B too. Hmm. That might have been the lowest knee I've ever done on shield. Hold up. Oh! I could have grabbed. Low knee on shield grab is really good because it's +1. Knee is +1 when it's low on shield. This was... Oh my god, that's low. If only I'd been more cognizant of that option, I could have chosen it, and it would have been so great. Yeah, okay. I think dash attack in that situation is like okay sometimes for that reason, because if they just like tech in place, then you can knee them. See, now he's afraid, and I know it, so I'm chasing him down. See, I don't know. I guess this side B was like okay, but I don't think I did it because I knew that it would be alright in this situation. So I don't like that side B, even though it worked. Oh, he crossed me up and then read that. Feels bad, man. I expected to get the slide off, but ended up shielding there. I think there it was again, was... Yeah, this like strange, super strange panic option of just shield. Like, there's... why would I shield here? It's just... There's no reason. Yeah. Not a very good side B. I think I could have got a lot more off that low up air. Probably like low up air, instant up air, or low up air, like regrab, because he DI'd in so hard. Yeah, so this sequence is kind of interesting. Oh yeah, I definitely could have regrabbed that. That's the second weak bear I've got when I was trying to edge guard. That sucks, dude. So after knocking him off here, I probably should have just grabbed the ledge. I think I should have back aired instead of up aired here, because if you do the up air when like it's so far behind you, the strong hit goes away. Yeah, this is a pretty weak hit, I think. Not like weak hits are horrible or anything, but you know. I think once I saw him dipping here, I should have wave dashed to the ledge, or like even just short hopped and bared here. Although getting to the ledge, I think would have just been better. Okay, he finally did it, but that's okay because he got locked up. Yeah. I knew you couldn't get to the stage. So I ran forward and shielded like that again because I wasn't sure if he was going to dash forward an aerial. Hmm. I think shielding here wasn't necessary. I didn't need to do this. I could have just kept moving. And then grabbed him and punished him for this. I think this shield was bad. And then this dash forward shield, I think I did because I saw him move up into the air. The instant up air catches him trying to approach, and then it's the edge guard. So game 2, I meme at him. I said, "Don't be a bitch," when he was saying, "I want to strike back to Yoshi's, but I don't know if I should." Yeah, just a little late. And then it seems like at the beginning of matches a lot I like tech in place. It's just something that I've noticed. I think that was an accident. I'm just kind of throwing out aerials here. I'm not sure why me standing there and shielding made Flux want to soar in with an air. I think that should have just like made it obvious that he could just like afford to move around in this area a little bit. So what I ended up doing worked out. I think it was like safe, but not. I don't know. I don't think there was much purpose behind it. So I do this knee, and at this point I should know that I'm not going to get the tech chase. So what I do is try to read his dash back with this knee, which does not end up working. Then he side Bs for some reason. We both have had some pretty bad side Bs. I think I could have up aired him after that. See, again, I kind of question my shielding here. I think I'm just shielding in... I think I'm starting to shield out of just, like, habit. I see him move in, and I shield again. And that was a decent shield. It was actually in reaction to something, or, like, in anticipation of something that was actually threatening. I don't dash far enough. I think grab was not a good option out of shield there. It's pretty obvious that he's been doing stuff this whole set that would wreck that, so I shouldn't be doing that. And I think that side B was pretty bad too. Yeah, okay. So one thing that I use against Flux, like over multiple sets, is I'll just kind of move around in this general vicinity at the very end of like his full jump in there. Because I'm safe running around over here, and if I see him coming with this, then I can just shield grab him. It happens a lot when I play with him. But I go for a read there. I don't need to be going for these reads. I could just be reacting. Okay, I side B'd there because I saw the jab and knew he wanted to grab afterwards. Ugh. I hate that. It's just a fucking weak knee. And then an SD. That sucks. See, these reads are getting me in trouble. I just think I don't need to be doing them. So I dip because I see him coming after me, and then his F tilt misses. Yeah. Wasn't that much I could do there. Could have gone for the God Arms attack, but I'm not even sure if I would have been able to get that. So why does this happen? Why do I end up getting hit here? Okay, well, that makes sense. Should have moved away. Oh, misses that grab. Probably would have missed anyway. I think this fade in nair was like really committal for not much of a reason. He just like moves away. And then I get punished for it. Unsurprisingly. That side B was also bad. If that nair was facing the right way, it would have just beat it. Or nair would have just, the nair would have just beat my side B. This is something that I think is super good. Not that. He surprised me there, I think. When I think somebody's gonna come get me in the corner, I like run off in back air. Which they can like bait or like even just stay there and put out a hitbox like Flux did, but he did it a little too late. But in these situations where they think like they're going to be in the corner and afraid and they might shield or like roll or something, or even just try to move away, this this nair is so good because it just kind of covers a lot of that and then puts you in the center of the stage. Yeah. Dude, I remember getting these two clean fucking like drift aerials and feeling so good about it. I don't think that was quite a... Actually, that might have been pivot nair. I'm not sure. Then I just get that fade away. He tries to grab. I think I should have, upon seeing, knowing that I was going to be fading away, should have been choosing options that would wreck his grab afterwards instead of dashing away. I don't think that like dashing away was bad. I think that it would have dodged like any of his out of shield, like, oh, he did an aerial in front of me and might try to hit me, so I'm going to do an instant up air out of shield. But the thing about that is Flux doesn't do instant up airs. I don't think he knows how, so it's not something that I should be expecting from him, but probably like short hop nair would have done the same thing. I mean, it's only a frame slower. So I don't really blame myself for doing it. But in this particular situation, what would have worked is me putting out another hitbox. Phantom, sick. I see the side B start up and tank it, because I know he can't make it. I was very pleased about that, as you can see. Was it cool to hold shield here, though? I know that it worked, but like, I'm trying to question all of these shields, you know? So like, I saw that dare, and then I decided to shield. Then he just chooses to do another aerial. I don't know why he chose to do dare. I think the fact that I put myself in the corner shielding here and he was still invincible means that he just won all of this space and could just stay here and wall the shit out of me. But he chose to commit in. So, I don't know. I don't think that shield was all that great. I dashed a little bit too far away. But that's what I should be doing more, right? Throughout the set is just like moving. I need to stay grounded more, I think, as a player. I try to press too many buttons. So I get the stomp. Yeah, I just dashed a little too far away. But I got what I wanted. I think I die here. Yeah. Yeah, so the reason I started up a stomp here is because I know that Flux, if you're watching this, this is really important, I think, and if I was a better player, I would be punishing this so hard that you would be dying for this. I could literally stand here and charge a forward smash because I'm that confident that in these kinds of situations where I throw Flux off the stage, that he's going to try and hit me. It just seems to be a habit of his. He loves to do this like double jump knee back up or double jump up air back up. I knew he was going to do it like the second that I saw his DI after the throw. But I took way too long to choose an option. I think this dare would have been sick if I had timed it correctly and hadn't, you know, waited too long, but whatever. I just made sure that I faded it behind his shield so it was safe. That was an accident. I don't think I meant to forward smash on purpose. I mistime it. That was supposed to be an up air. Okay, so he dashes in and grabs. I think this is pretty good at this point in the set because it's like pretty clear that when I'm in the corner or in situations where I'm afraid, I'm gonna just like shield or something. So this is like a pretty decent call out, I think. Yeah, see, and he knows that in these situations I'm just trying to shield. This is a terrible shield. That was pretty good. I think he should have grabbed that, though, instead of nared. And I think I should have, I think wave dashing out of shield would have been better in that situation. Just because he hasn't, like, done an aerial and then dash forward grab on me or anything, so... I don't know. I think wave dashing probably would have been fine. He also stopped jabbing my shield after aerials at some point. I think if I had faded this bear in instead of, or into the center of the stage instead of towards the ledge, then this bear would have been fine. So I think that makes me sad. Fucking rip, dude. I see the roll and try to side B, but that doesn't end up working out. So like if you land a side B at these percents, then you can fucking get kills off of it. But I've been using a majority of my side Bs have been like stupid panic side Bs at very low percents. Falcon's heavy enough to where he can just like ASDI it down to a certain percent and crouch cancel it to even higher, or just like shield it on reaction and grab you, or literally anything. In this situation, I choose to use it and shield comes up, sadly, and then I shield. I think I shielded because I was going to be in a lot of lag, so dashing away and stuff like that wouldn't have been very good because I wouldn't have had time to get away if he just did an aerial. So he chooses to do this, which is pretty smart, but this is the first time in the set that he has tried to do something like this, and on my shield, not either been on the ground or already having an aerial out hitting my shield. So the instant I saw that there wasn't an aerial coming out here, I knew that I could just roll. Because he was going to try that. So should I have walled here? Could I have walled here? Probably jabbing here would have been okay. Of course, he didn't choose a like insanely laggy option, so surely he could get on me. Probably forward tilting here. Forward tilting would have been pretty good. So would have caught him before his aerial came out, I'm pretty sure. I didn't want him to get me with that, but I think that like that timing to where you can double jump and up air is so tight. Like you can't just double jump and then wait like a few frames and then up air, or else you just die. So a way that I think I could have lived here is I think I might have been able to wall jump, maybe. Not sure. So yeah, I remember this. One of the great things about being in the center of the stage and being invincible is that people try anything they can to like stay away from you, and the danger zones in this situation are like the platforms, right? So he sees that he's about to land on one while I'm under him, and he gets afraid and double jumps, but I know he's gonna do that, and I just up air and then hold the ledge. Or actually, I back air him here, I think, and do that like cool re-grab bear, and he dies. So overall, I think what I learned from this is that in these situations where I'm shielding, they're very unnecessary, and I think that it comes from just like a lack of knowledge or a lack of confidence in my knowledge. When a Falcon is pressuring my shield, or really when anybody's pressuring my shield and using jabs a lot, I should be dropping my shield and ASDIing the jabs down and then grabbing. In the situations where I was shielding kind of far away from him, I think I just shouldn't have been doing that. I think I should have been, instead of shielding, choosing movement defensive options, because those don't lock me into shield pressure. And those don't like take away my ability to whiff punish accurately. The rolls were pretty bad for the most part. The side Bs were terrible. No more side Bs for me. I need to stop side Bing like completely until it's 100% out of my system, until my body's muscle memory goes, what is side B? And then I can say, well, in this one situation it's useful, and then I can side B there in that situation and use the right tool for the right job. I also noticed, I don't think I mentioned this really, I don't think I mentioned this while I was talking about other stuff, because it wasn't the focus of what I was looking for. But I noticed that he's started to implement, instead of just like full dashing away every single time, he'll like full dash away until he thinks that I know he wants to do that, and then he'll like half dash away and then pivot nair, or like even just turn around nair. Which caught me a lot, I think, and I don't think I adjusted very well to that, so I should keep that in mind. But yeah, that's my set against Watt the Flux. I think I learned a lot. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you are a Falcon main, of course. Also, if the music is like too loud or too quiet, please tell me so I can adjust it. So I do like having that ambiance.